our newsroom. American warplanes have expanded the air war over North Vietnam with the bombing of 5 previous...
Stop, children, what's that sound?
Get that sure feeling in the 67 cars from Chevrolet.
Born in May 1967 and last registered in 1990, this old girl spent 31 years off the road, sat in a barn in upstate Washington, quietly rotting away. I got my hands on it here in Australia in 2019 and spent the next 2 years turning it into what it is today. This is the story of my 1967 Chevrolet Impala. 2019 was a weird year. I'd lost my job the summer before and I really had no idea what I was going to do, but I said to myself, as soon as I got work again, I'd get myself a new project car. I was set on getting another Chev or GM and I already had my small block 71 Monte Carlo. So the plan was to do an old school big block build. I just hadn't decided on what car yet. I looked at, man, I can't even remember how many cars. Late 60s Buicks, early 50s shoebox Chevs, late 50s Biscaynes, 70s Novas. I'd almost purchased a 55 two-door Bel Air with the intention of doing a gasser build, but after looking it over, and in hindsight, I think it would have ruined me. After a few months looking, I found a two-door 67 Impala fastback, advertised as rough, but original and running. It was about 10 hours from home, so I jumped in the car to take a look and make a deal on it. The Impala was the perfect platform for what I wanted to do, and in my opinion, 67's the best looking as well. So I had the car and I had a plan, and there wasn't a weekend that went by where I didn't have tools on it. After I got it home, I hooked straight into bodywork. There was a little bit of rust in the trunk and the floors. I ended up pulling the front and rear screens as well. I had a feeling that there was going to be a little bit of rust under there. There was, but it wasn't too bad. It was a great way to dip my toe into the world of metal fabrication. Next was paint. Yes, it's paint, and yes, it's controversial. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with people at the shops, at car shows, at the petrol station, at traffic lights on my way home from work. I painted it like this because I wanted something different, and I absolutely love it. I do get asked why I didn't paint it normally. Short answer is, that'd be boring. After body and paint, I turned my attention to the running gear. I pulled the entire rear end out, rebuilt the diff, drums, neither of which I'd ever done before. And I replaced all the factory control arms, put in new shocks, springs, brake lines, whole deal. Now, it was about this time in the build that some guy had a bat and everyone else in the world decided they were going to do a project car while they were stuck at home. There were parts flying off the shelves left, right and center, and shipping delays were through the roof. But luckily I'd been planning ahead and it didn't hold the project up too much. Front end was next. It was pretty much the same as the rear end, except I stripped the entire car down to the frame rails. I built it back up with fabricated control arms, swapped out the factory drums with slotted disc brakes, and I dropped in a 454 cubic inch big block and a brand new Hughes Performance transmission.
Ready, go. So you know what, Michael, I'm going to say this, you might not like it, but you was damage probably if you had a full cylinder.
Yeah, but that's only half as much fun.
At this point, it was running and I could move it around again, but I did avoid starting it before lunchtime because if you've ever heard of big block with open headers, you'll understand. The first time I was away from here since I got it was when the tow truck picked it up to take it to the upholsterers. It was a good sight seeing it on the road, even if it was on the back of a truck. That was kind of the first indication of what I've been building in here, because I hadn't been sharing anything on the social medias and nobody had really seen it because the world was in lockdown. The car was 95% done at this stage, and anyone that's done anything like this before knows that last 5% it takes a while. But on the 21st of April 2021, just shy of 2 years since I made a deal on it, it was done. And I had the receipts, busted knuckles and emotional damage to prove it. So why am I making this video? Well, I've decided to send it down the road. I absolutely love this car, but in all honesty, it's a little too nice for me. All cars deserve to be driven. They should be driven. And I hate that this thing sits around as much as it does. I just hope that the next owner loves it as much as I do, and I hope that I see it out on the road. That'd be the best thing ever.